All right, I am here with actor Jordan Buhat, who plays Vivek on Grownish. The second season premiered last night. Thank you so much for taking time. I know
Oh,
you guys are about to live tweet the episode, which must be very exciting.
I'm so excited. I love live tweeting. It's
Yeah.
cool to see people's reactions as they come in. Yeah, I love it.
Before we talk about Grownish, when did you first decide you wanted to become an actor, and what steps did you take in realizing that dream?
I think the very first initial step was probably in high school. I was on my way to football tryouts,
Mm-hmm.
and my friend was said, "Hey, just come and make sets. Just come do this. And I was kind of tossing around the idea. I was kind of done with football anyway. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
great, so I'll do that. And then I got into sets, and then I started seeing the acting stuff, and I kind of liked it a lot.
Yeah, you got bit by the bug.
Bit by the bug, and then truthfully, the reason I started acting at all was High School Musical 1.
Ah,
I watched it, and I was like, that's a similar story. I like that. I really like that, because I
yeah.
played sports and all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
I thought High School Musical was going to be dumb,
Mm-hmm.
and then I watched it at home just to know what people were talking about, because it was
Yeah.
huge, and I lost my mind, and that's when I said, I want to perform. Don't know what exactly, but I want to perform.
Can you sing as well?
I can sing as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's
So you
hopefully
were
one
really
day.
Troy Bolton.
I know, yeah. I didn't know I could sing at that time. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, he's probably older than you at this point.
We are close. He turned 30 last year, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah, or within the last year.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So now you came to it kind of not late in life, but you were already on your way in high school,
Yeah,
and you had to make a decision, right? Whether you're going to go to college or perform.
that's right.
And you did. You went to a performing arts school. You took a break, right, for a year?
Yeah, so what I did was I went into my first year of education, and school, sitting down, books, that kind of stuff I've not been good at that kind of form of studying. And I had to take a year of leave just to really gain something else, to find some interest. So I took a year off, and I went to participate at the Citadel Theater, which is a theater in Edmonton, and I did their young companies kind of apprenticeship program for a year, and I found out that I really, really liked it a lot. So I went back and kept auditioning for the acting program. It took me 4 years to get in, and I finally got in. So yeah, I guess I kind of got in a little bit later because I wasn't ready. But once I was, it's like,
It all happens when
it all
it's
happens.
meant to. When it's meant to happen, it happens.
Exactly. If it happened sooner, if I got into that program sooner, I don't believe I would have been here. I would have been in an entirely different mindset.
Did you start out wanting to do theater since you were in a theater program, or did you really go with the intent of being in film and
I
television?
wanted to be in film and television
Yeah.
really badly. I always dreamt of seeing my name in opening title sequence.
Uh-huh.
And so when it happened with Grownish, it was crazy. Like, I would have watched shows like Smallville and Friends and One Tree Hill, and seeing their names, that doesn't really happen anymore, where they have
Right.
the opening title sequence.
Right.
And I'm so grateful that we have one.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's like my favorite part of the show sometimes.
love that.
Seeing who they put in the opening, and then you find out who's really not on anymore.
Exactly.
You gotta
Yeah,
really-
yeah.
that's
and
how you find out
year
things.
by year.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So talk about Grownish. You're just had your second season premiere.
Yes.
The first season, what was it like, since this was your big break, going into a series that was a spin-off of another very popular series? Did you feel any pressure, or?
I was really walking into something that was a bit of an unknown. I could say that I was green. I was coming straight from theater. I hadn't done any major film stuff by any means.
Right.
So coming into this, it was really, for the first half of that first season, I was really feeling it out, feeling what the hours were, feeling what it's like to act in front of a camera instead of projecting all the way to the back of an auditorium. And now coming back into season 2, oh my gosh, everything is kind of coming together. It's like the writing is even more dialed in. We're all so comfortable with our characters. We're knowing how everything works, and I think people are going to really love season 2, because it is we've taken season 1 and just made it that much. It's just so much better. So much better.
For people who've seen season 1,
Yes.
How does your character grow, or does he grow at all between seasons, or does it kind of just pick up where the other season left off?
Well, I think
Without
Vivek.
giving too much away.
Yeah, of course.
We don't want you to get fired. We
We don't.
we
Yeah,
want your name in
we
the
don't
opening
want.
titles.
We don't want a Tom Holland this situation.
Yes, he just tells me his greatest dream was getting his name in credits, and I'm getting him fired.
Exactly right.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, gosh, Brian, come on now. Yeah, so from the first season, a lot of it was Vivek, being introduced as this drug dealer and really just being the upper for everyone at the university.
Yeah.
And there was a slight dabble in him being not exactly okay with himself, but he was just really high on getting super up in the world. And in this season, it is picking up on that portion. It's just really, it's not as much about the drug dealing as him finding out who he is.
Did you, your character is kind of stylish. Do you draw from that in real life? Are you into clothes already as it is? Or did you kind of become into clothes because of the character?
Vivek and I are very different.
Are you?
Our styles are hugely different, massively different. But there are a couple things that I've taken from him, like some of the jeans that he wears, like Balmain is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And some, like I'm really starting to like Kenzo stuff. And it's taken a little bit of getting used to Gucci and all this other really sweet stuff. And I actually really like going to work because then I get to wear all of these cool things. I'm very opposite. I'm a very fit leisure kind of wearer. So we're very different.
Now, that's something you do in your downtime, right? You're very into fitness, and does that relieve some of the stress of your day if you have a hectic day on set or a hectic day with auditions or what have you?
It's my favorite way to start my day.
You start it that way?
I start it that day. I get to the gym usually 7. I don't leave until about 11.
Wow.
Yeah, and that has just become my routine since university. That's when I started to really get busy.
Yeah.
And I feel like you just have to balance your life with being super busy and pursuing your passions and that kind of thing. If you have another passion to just kind of offset it, and you have to take your mind off of it sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky enough to have these two passions that really oppose each other.
So doing that 4 hours in the gym, that kind of amps you up, even though you should be exhausted after doing it. It really has the opposite effect on you. It pumps you for the day.
Yeah, because when I don't is when I realize how much it pumps me up.
Yeah.
When I don't go, I feel sluggish and I feel like my body's not moving and it's just achy and stiff. But when I go to the gym, everything kind of just lubes up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you're thrown into this show. It's now in its second season. What's it like? I don't know if it's happened here in New York or if it happens in LA more, walking around and being recognized by fans of the show. What's that like for you? Is it surreal? Is it?
What was a really surreal moment was when it happened for the first time. I remember I was in a cafe with some friends and these amazing young girls said, "Hey, can we get a picture with you?" And I'll always remember my reaction. And I said, "Why?" And I didn't mean it in like a rude way. I was like, I don't think we know each other.
Yeah.
And they're like, "You're Vivek." I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, you saw the
funny.
show."
Yeah.
And the other time it blew me away was when I was back home in Edmonton, Alberta. Someone asked if they could get a picture there. And that blew my mind into wow, this is really not just in the USA kind of thing. People really know about this.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What have you gotten to do since you've been a part of the show that you don't necessarily think you would have been able to do had you not been cast?
Travel.
Yeah.
I love that work. It gives me the opportunity to come to New York.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it today. I'm an Edmonton boy. It's not a small town. It's 1 million people, but
Right.
it's a much different feel. And I was like, I'm in New York, about to premiere season 2.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm an Edmonton boy. This is not something that happens, and so that's the travel is something that's been given to me that I'm super blessed about.
And on a day like today, where you've had press all day, you went to the Empire State Building, you did Good Morning America, you've done all this stuff. You probably didn't get to the gym this morning, right? How did you keep your energy up?
I did.
You went to the gym.
I got up early.
Wow.
Yeah, I got up early, and I was in the gym by
Dedication.
6 a.m. Yeah, to do my workout and I thought especially for today, I need the energy to carry me through. But I have started to enjoy coffee recently. I went to Australia recently. And yeah, I know it's a whole new thing.
It's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world,
Yeah.
and I enjoy the taste more than anything. I actually don't feel much of a rush when I drink it.
Right.
But I went to Melbourne, and they have some of the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
Nice. Nice.
And so I think it's more of a placebo that I think I'm drinking this and it should give me more energy than it actually feels like it's giving me energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you like to say to the fans who are sitting here watching this interview?
Oh gosh, thank you for watching this interview. That means that you've maybe heard about Grownish, somehow maybe heard about Vivek Shah or Jordan Buhat, who comes from Edmonton, Alberta. And I just thank you so much for all of the love that you give us. Tune in for Grownish Season 2, hopefully further on. And most importantly, Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you. And I know she had a Flash tattoo.
I do.
Are you into the Flash, obviously?
I love the Flash. The
They
Flash
film in Canada, don't they?
They do. They film near Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
want to saunter over there.
oh gosh, yeah, I would love to be able to work with those guys just because it's superheroes are
Villain or superhero? What do you want to play?
I'd love to play a villain.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like villains always have to have a reason for something. They're so juicy, right? Villains aren't just bad people. They have a reason. So I'd love to play a villain.
Maybe a younger version of Reverse Flash then.
Ooh.
We're coming up with ideas in here.
Alternate universe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Let's get your agents on the phone. Come on.
I'll give them a call right now.
There you go. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you as well, and I appreciate you taking time to do this.
Oh yeah. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.